journal. She's quite big. So if you just needed something to drink, I have my soda here, right here. And because it's going to take some time to get through her. She is, let's see, 364 pages, front and back. She is, let me get my big ruler for this one. I would say 8.5 across, and basically 12, counting the fabrics, long. She is 5 inches this way. The depth of her is 5 inches. She has 3 covers, front covers, and then we have the homemade black paper here, and that is a pocket. That's the 4th cover, and inside the pocket is a little velvet journal with coffee dyed paper in it that you can take with you somewhere. And then she has a book cover here, which you can't see, but it was a vintage book, and I left the stains and everything on it. And then there is a vintage spine from another little book, and then the frame, and then the corner embellishments, and then the beautiful lady right here. She is part of one of the paintings that I did for my daughter's bedroom. But I did several of them, and I chose the black-headed, the woman that had the black hair, because the red, I wanted red for something else, and so she's got the red, and it sort of goes along with this whole cover. And then here is part of a very old tablecloth that I have cut and pieced here on the sides, and you can see the book pieces, the old vintage book pieces, because I just wanted them, I wanted you to see, you know, that they are vintage. And that's the whole theme of this, of CLEO here, is that she's been in somebody's traveling trunk, you know, that they used to take on the ships, and been tucked away in there for years and years. And then we have found her and brought her back to life. So this is CLEO. Let me see if you can see the top. And here is the sides. A lot of fabric, and you're going to see a tremendous amount of sewing, and then some vintage fabric that we'll talk about as I come to the each one of them. And then here is the bottom. And then I did do 6 of these gorgeous glass beads coming out of the signature, each signature. I mean, they're wood beads, they're glass beads, they're real sparkly beads, like right here, and they're just beautiful. And they look like the old-timey. That I really laid on the pearls, because pearls reminds me of something back in this era that she is from. The tie is, let me get her back in your frame here. The tie is a piece of canvas that is peach. Now let's open her up, and I will start playing music, but I can talk over it if there's something very special that I want you to know, because I mean, it's got to take a long, you know, several minutes to go through each one of these. And each one of these fabrics is, like I said in the write-up, came from estate sales that my husband and I went to, and I would assume that they really are dated. This piece of linen I have sewed around, but then I rust dyed it, my first rust dye. But it's a beautiful color that went with everything. And then you have this pocket, big pocket right here. And inside you've got several things, which another little rust dyed vintage looking journal. Let me put that over there. And then let me start over. So you've got this canvas here, and then you've got this cotton, 100% cotton. You have the handmade black, it's got a lot of fabric in it, paper, and then you have this paper, this fabric, this linen. And then we start into, and then you're going to have 3 of these. I'm going to talk about them now. Each one's different, but this is something else that we bought from the estate sales that we were visiting. And this is hand embroidery, and you can tell that it's vintage because it's been tucked away somewhere, and it's got the dark lines in it that you see on fabric whenever it hasn't been used. And it's frayed. Now I did this. I did one. I think I just did one. And you have a lot of vintage paper throughout. So I'm going to start flipping through, sit back, enjoy it, and let's start some music, and then you can watch it again if you need to, because there's so much that's in this one. I think I said, I don't know whether I said it or not, but I started it back in January of this year, first of the year, and have been working on it ever since. And I just keep adding and adding, and I just had to stop and make write it up, make a video of it. This is all of the paper like this is coming out of vintage books that I have. Coffee dyed paper throughout. You'll see that. This is a cover from a George Washington little book, the first president of the United States. And this is a painting here of him that was done in 1796. Okay, now I'll try to just flip through. Some rust dyed paper. This is an old rice bag. And this is one of the, and they're all naturally, wouldn't you know it, yeah. Well, it's this one. It's these pearls that are in this one. more rust dyed. This is the cover of an old vintage envelope. It's, can't read it, 1916. It's dated 1916 right there. And it's addressed to Amsterdam. You can see the marks here. This is the back of the embroidery piece that you saw here in the front. And here is another one. It's very nice fabric that she had chosen to do these on. See how it's got this old vintage feel to it? These are German books that I put in this one. Book pages, old book pages. I wanted it to feel like that everywhere she went, she had little pieces of fabric and little pieces of receipts and special things that she collected and put in her journal on her trips. And these are coffee dyed 110-pound paper. Coffee dyed envelopes. And we have another. I'm gonna have to untangle these when I get off from. This is the other one that went with the first one. Let me send it up here. Just hold on a minute. Just a minute. There we go. These are heavy watercolor paper that I cut and then sewed all the things to it that you can see all of the sewing. So you can cover all this up if you wish with your paintings or your fabric. Now here are these two. Aren't they pretty? This has the green in it and some more wood buttons and the silver buttons. I mean, please, beads. And all of this was sewn on. on the back. Pardon me. More of the postcards. You got all different weights of paper in here, like it's been around for a long, long time. So much to see and feel. And here is your third. And here you can see that I have this upholstery fabric. Serves us as the inside spine. It is a totally soft covered, fabric covered journal. And then this is your spine inside. And there that is. Isn't that pretty? I just love running my hands over all of this. It is so luscious feeling. And here's a map, an old map. Copies of some fronts of an old, two old postcards. And here's some of that upholstery fabric right here. And all of that was just collaged and sewn all around, really. See all the sewing? And then you got some pages here. And our other beads. Here's the back of that one. Lots of places to put your items in your journaling. But this is really a keepsake, you know, like 100 and plus years old, and whoever buys it will see how special it is once you start feeling all of these different pages. These are old ads. And here is that back side of that embroidery piece, and here is the back side of the linen, that has been torn and sewn all the way around. I left most of the strings, and here's this one here. And then you have another pocket back here with another journal that you can put things in and write or paint or whatever. This is an old file folder cover. And then that is, and then you just take her like this. Now, you do have a pocket back here. I just didn't put anything in it. If you wanted to do that, there is room. And I just love the way that this curved and is covered. And so you can keep these up there in the front, or you can put them back in the back. Let me fix her up here. And so that is CLEO. I hope that you have enjoyed her. She has, oh gosh, taken so much of my time during those months that I took off work. I would always be working on CLEO. Every time I turned around, it seemed like. And then finding all of the special things that went in her, and to make her and to coordinate all of it together. She's just a real special girl. So I hope you enjoyed seeing CLEO. She should be on my Etsy shop sometime soon. And I want to thank all my newbies that have joined my YouTube and has favored my Etsy shop. I really appreciate it, and it just means so much to me. And so leave me a comment. Do the thumbs up thing if nothing else, but leave me a comment and let me know what you think about her. Isn't she pretty? What you think about CLEO, and I will see you guys another time. Thank you. Bye bye.